Counselor Fox. I am a family and trauma counselor, and I'm here by this beautiful lake today to share with you some very important things. I'm the founder of Fox Adoption and Counseling LLC and the developer of Remm, which stands for Replacement Experience Memory Method. Now, together with developer U.S. Army Specialist McLean, we co-developed the military and first responder edition of Remm to invite all those with invisible injuries to a place where they can find healing for stress, anxiety, and PTSD. So in this video, we're going to be looking at acknowledgement of hurt. And I want you to identify what's wrong and then what requires fixing. Now, a lot of times this is hard to do, but if we work through the educational process of discovering what exactly is malfunctioning within you, then we can get a handle on what needs to be addressed. So Navy SEAL Chris Kyle had a problem with acknowledging his soul was hurting. If you saw the movie American Sniper, then you saw this play out. But he found hope and healing by helping others. Now, granted, the end result was tragic. However, he was at a shooting range with a person that he really didn't know. Although he was with a buddy, things turned out pretty bad for all concerned. Now, what I'm proposing is that we address these situations and we bring hope to each other, but we leave the rifle range out of it and we bring the safe, healing environment into it. So there would be your contrast. So not calling a head injury a real injury is likened to observing your right leg. There we go. Your right leg being gone, and noticing and saying, I'm fine. There's nothing wrong with me. I've got all my pieces and parts. I'm all good here. But in fact, half your leg is gone. So there needs to be that acknowledgement that something is wrong before we can begin to see what we can do to fix it. The problem with denial or procrastination of acknowledging the problem, of going through the appropriate process of the cathartic release, or the grief and sorrowness of what you've lost, face it and deal with it, and then from there we can move on. So not doing that is kind of like slowly shaking a bottle of soda, and then you end up like, Rambo at the end of First Blood, where he explodes in front of his commander and breaks down and talks about all the trauma that he experienced on the battlefield. Drill instructors will tell you that pain is simply weakness leaving the body. However, God tells you that that pain, those groans, those tears, that grief leaving your body, that's healthy and that's good. When you encounter trauma and cram it into a box, cram all those feelings of grief and of loss, then basically what you've done is you've shut the door to recovery. This breeds nothing but restlessness and rage, anxiety, panic, depression, addiction, and a whole host of potential physical woes. Things like heart disease and diabetes and cancer come as a direct result of conditions like these when you suppress your feelings. It's okay to feel pain. It's okay to feel anger and grief and guilt and blame and sorrow and even helplessness, because that's where you begin to grow, is where you admit where you are in the process. Jesus too experienced great grief and loss. In Luke 2:24, it says, having been in agony, he was more earnestly praying, and his sweat became, as it were, great drops of blood falling upon the ground. So he was in such anguish that he was sweating blood. Now, for decades, I've learned to get back up again with God's help, because I have accepted Jesus into my life and I rest on his strength and his wisdom and his teaching, is his leaning. I'm able to do the things I can do, whereas if I was just trusting in myself as a mere person, not calling on my Creator, the person that endowed me with life. Um, Somehow I think I'm missing the boat, but no, I got it. I got that part handled. So, each time you begin to trust and you begin to lean and you begin to count on that wisdom, then it starts to become habit. And I can teach you to do the same. Um, it's not that hard. It's just a process of knowing what the education is, what the process is, how to manage it, how to progress, how to take care of things. And I can teach you all of that. So please go to my website. It's remmworks.webs.com. You can always send me an email at remmworks42@gmail.com. Follow me on Twitter at remmworks and my Facebook page /remmworks. Thank you so much, and God bless you.